I might be deported because I'm a naturalized citizen. And Stephen Miller, who is Donald Trump's deputy chief of staff, has said that they're going to embark on a denaturalization program. So I could be deported, my citizenship could be taken away, and my children could be deported because they have birthright citizenship. So this is not what the country voted for. Let's be very clear. Americans voted for Trump because of groceries, because of lowering costs. He has not talked about that one bit. What this country did not vote for is to deport the 11 million undocumented immigrants who do critical work for our economy, who have injected $7 trillion into our economy. And what Americans want is a solution to immigration. They want expanded legal pathways, and they do want more stronger, smart border security, which is exactly what Democrats are talking about. And Democrats have always been the ones willing to work with Republicans on a solution, and it's been Republicans that have always pulled the rug from under our feet.
Wow. 44 past the hour, President-elect Trump is vowing to pardon the January 6th insurrectionists on his first day in office, while members of the House January 6th Select Committee, he says, should go to jail.
And if he goes after her, she's going to fight back, and it is going to be our job to protect her, to support her, to donate to a legal fund, to make sure that there are lawyers ready to defend her, because it costs a lot of money, because it is very stressful and very drainful, even if there is no crime. Yeah. Being investigated by the federal government is a big deal. And Donald Trump said, I'm not going to tell them to do it. Yeah, but he's telling them to do it through Meet the Press. Yeah. If he hasn't done it in private already, and he's appointing people who are 100% loyal to him and who know that if they want to keep their jobs, they have to do what he wants them to do. So when Donald Trump says something, believe him, people. Believe him.
Yes, few days ago, I did a video where Trump responded particularly to Biden thinking to pardon Liz Cheney is putting the mainstream media into panic. According to this article, a shouting match broke out on the View over President Trump's plan. Anna encouraged viewers to start panicking, and Whoopi's Goldberg stepped in and said, "We don't even know what we are panicking for." This is the closest I will ever get to agreeing with Whoopi. Anna wants everyone to spend their Christmas crying over Trump, and Whoopi says they should at least enjoy this break and then cry after. If Trump's re-election has bless us with glorious meltdown like this, why he's only president-elect. I can't wait to see what they do when he is governing. That is true, according to Joyce. This is just what he tweeted.
I want to read you what Liz Cheney had to say. Here is the truth. Donald Trump attempted to overturn the 2020 presidential election and seize power. He mobilized an angry mob and sent them to the United States Capitol, where they attacked police officers, invaded the building, and halted the official counting of electoral votes, Cheney said. Donald Trump's suggestion that members of Congress who later investigated his illegal and unconstitutional action should be jailed is a continuation of his assault on the rule of law and the foundations of our republic. And Jonathan Lemire, for a new incoming president, you know what? That is not the fight he wants to pick. I mean, he may want to pick that fight, but it's just not going to end well.
It's not the fight he should pick, but it very well may be the fight he chooses to pick. Yes.
That Donald Trump will try to put you in jail.
No, I have absolutely no worries about this. First off, the executive branch can't go after the legislative branch because we embarrassed him. That's not a sin. That's not against the law. Ultimately, when we talked about him throwing his ketchup and hamburger against the wall, there's nothing illegal about that. And most of the people that testified were actually his Republicans, fellow Republicans that went up and spoke in him. So look, he's all butthurt right now because he was embarrassed. He's not going to come after us, and I'm not worried about it at all, in the least.
Okay.
Trump actually did something during that interview which I never expected, that he would even agree to have a war with these people, because these are the same guys trashing him throughout. Trump defeated Liz Cheney politically in many ways, destroyed her political career totally. So I don't understand why these people continue to sing this like a song. Oh, Trump wants to go after. Trump has already done enough for this lady. She is nobody. Look at what happened to Kamala. When you take a look at this article, earlier this year, House Republicans released a report alleging the Select Committee deleted record and hire Hollywood producers to promote a political narrative while investigating January 6. Okay, this was something Trump mentioned to Harsh Walker during that interview, calling her out for being biased. The View had this to say pertaining to the whole thing.
Of ourselves and our families. Whatever he's going to do, he's going to do. But do take our word for it. Things seem to move slowly because, yeah, they didn't come get Hillary. But he has other people who are ready to go. But I don't think that they can just go out and do what they want to do.
I told you last week I disagree with you when you say that. Because we have the luxury of saying that because we're legal, we are successful, we are. But if you're an illegal immigrant in this country, you're not going to be not in a panic. If you are a woman working for the Department of Defense, you have a right to be in a panic.
You tell people to stay fraught and like this.
I'm telling people to prepare, Whoopi. I'm telling people to prepare.
They're not prepared? They are prepared.
So that means
that
they can't be relaxing and enjoying Christmas.
No, it doesn't mean that.
When winter is coming.
No, it does. You know what? I'm sorry.
I mean, I disagree.
Winter is here.
Right.
Winter's been with us. And my point is we can lay down and do nothing for the next 15 days and then be freaking out for the next 4 or 2 years.
But we are in a privileged position that a lot of people who are going to be under his attack
who is going through the same thing.
I want his enemies listed. I'm not panicking.
Yeah.
Like, we just have to
we
live.
We have to figure out what we're panicking
for.
We don't know what we're panicking for. They're throwing 50,000 things at you to make you do this. I'm saying don't buy into that. Do what you have to do. Take care of your family. And when we know what is happening, when we know what we're fighting, we'll get out and fight. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not saying don't do anything. I'm saying don't be this because nobody can do it. Would you like us to stop? Would you like us to stop?
Yes. The other day, Trump had an interview and he talked about Liz Cheney and go further to say this lady actually put Kamala into a situation that is irreversible. And we all know that during the campaign period, when I saw Liz Cheney coming out, Democrats thought it was a good strategy. Now, this panic is coming in that Trump will persecute her. I don't really think about that. Trump made it clear here he is the boss. If they think that she committed a crime, they should do what they can do. If they think she did not commit a crime, yes, they can allow her. Trump was right. And he made it clear he is not sending any person after her. The Justice Department will determine any person who committed a crime should face the law. So I don't understand. When this lady was doing all that to destroy Trump, these people on The View could not stand up to say anything. They were encouraging that over and over. This same The View encouraged that, Kamala should make her the DOG. That's what I saw. That was just an indirect way to say, she will be there to still go after Trump. And he bounced back that Kamala never won.
Destroying records is unfounded, but Cheney responded to the president-elect's threats, and we have to put this out there. She said in this statement, she called them a continuation of his assault on the rule of law and the foundations of our republic. Will Kash Patel go after members of this committee, and if so, on what specific criminal grounds?
Yeah, so I do have to take issue with saying that the Select Committee didn't go and destroy records. They've wiped everything
What
out.
evidence do you have for that? They're online. We just checked this morning, there's a more than 800-page report with underlying evidence. Other agencies did weigh in because they wanted to protect security. Benny Thompson, for his part, has come out and said this is absolutely false. What evidence do you have?
Other committees have looked through and said that those records are gone, that they don't exist, that they're not there. Even Republicans who are now in charge have said that those records are gone, that they're not there. So I would completely take issue with that. We're going to have to agree and disagree, but they got rid of it. Look, Liz Cheney is someone who lost her primary, who got bounced out by a very good Republican who's been bitter and attacking President Trump ever since. I think Liz Cheney, quite frankly, for what she did, I have my own personal opinions about Liz Cheney, but what President Trump said, if you listen to the entire Meet the Press interview, is he wants everyone who he puts into key positions of leadership, again, whether that's Pam Bondi as the AG, Kash Patel at FBI, or anybody else, to apply the law equally to everybody. Now, that means if you're somebody who's committed some very serious crimes, who's committed very serious felonies, who's, for example, leaked confidential information in direct violation of laws that are in place, well, then obviously that sets you up for different things. But
this is supposed to be every person should be looked at equally. If you committed a crime, they should look at you. Maybe you face the law because of that. They should not look at faces. So when I see Libras continue to murder partaken to what he will do, if you are not guilty, you will not murder, you will feel free. You will not even think to flee the country. If you are doing all this by that, thinking to pardon you, therefore means you are guilty of something. That is just a clear indication.
It's mind-blowing.
It's so bananas. Like,
main difference between the left and the right. It must be such a strange thing. It is for me, for someone who has kind of complained.
And I ask myself, which political party has made my life worse? It's not the Republican Party.
He was doing the Trump dance, and I'm sure you've seen that evolve over the last. As you look right there, how do you describe your husband's dance moves?
Oh, this is very special.
There's a very good chance of that.
Many years ago. And
then the decisive result of this election gives us not just an answer to the question as to what Americans want to do.
Let's keep validating the same outlets.
It was an excellent conversation.
Justin Trudeau broke the border. We didn't have these problems before Justin Trudeau.
Does anybody else think it's funny how Donald Trump has officially done more for Canada and he's not even in office yet?
I had a good call with Donald Trump last night again.
Trudeau is at the end of his time.
The Prime Minister dances while Montreal burns.
Max officers and the Prime Minister was nowhere to be found.
Have a nice Sunday.
Doing this. That's what she did.
NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he is the winner of this race and will return to the White House.
And Donald Trump will be our next president.
Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern American politics.
Donald Trump likes my music. Please register to vote.
Look at this. She's only up by 15 points.
Got Taylor Swift.
Yeah, this song is kind of...
faith in the rule of law.
Also celebrating was a man who was celebrating